The best Rice Krispie treats I've ever had. Hands down. Hi, and welcome to Lunch with Lisa, Weekend Treats Edition. And today, I'm gonna show you how to make brown butter Rice Krispie treats by Handle the Heat. It's Lunch with Lisa. I love Handle the Heat's recipes. Whenever I'm craving something sweet and delicious, I always go to handletheheat.com. It is so full of really delicious recipes. And if I want something sweet, I want to do it right. I want to do the recipe right. I want it to come out really well, especially if I'm going to share it with friends and family. And these Rice Krispie treats are the perfect thing to share with everybody. And these would be a great treat for your Halloween parties for sure. These Rice Krispie treats use brown butter, and that kicks this up such a notch that it tastes so good. They're the best Rice Krispie treats I've ever had. You need these in your life. And you totally could customize these for yourself as well. For this recipe, you're gonna need 2 sticks of unsalted butter, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 2 10-ounce bags of mini marshmallows, half a teaspoon of kosher salt, 9 cups of crispy rice cereal. I like to measure this out to 225 grams. First thing you're going to do is spray your 9 by 13 inch baking pan with a non-stick cooking spray, or you can grease it with a stick of butter. My mom always liked to use the wrappers. And then I went ahead and lined my dish with some parchment paper because I had a really hard time digging these out before. So I'm just thinking ahead. Then in a large stainless steel pot, you're going to melt your butter. You're gonna do this on medium-low heat. Cook the butter, swirling the pan occasionally, and it should become foamy and start to crack and pop. When the cracking and popping stops, you're gonna continue to swirl the pan until the butter develops a nutty aroma. And then you notice little brown bits start to form. Once the bits are amber in color, it's about 2 to 3 minutes after the popping starts. This does take a while. It can take about 5 to 10 minutes to brown your butter, but you don't want to overdo it because burnt butter tastes disgusting. Once all your popping stops and you have a nice nutty aroma, you're gonna add your vanilla and your salt and then add in your marshmallows. Put the heat down to low and stir it constantly until all the marshmallows are completely melted. Then remove it from the heat and add your rice cereal. And I went ahead and dumped in half a bag of these Reese's peanut butter chips, because who doesn't love peanut butter? It's amazing. Have you had peanut butter? It's so good. I thought the peanut butter would give it a nice kick. Then you're gonna stir this with a rubber spatula or a wooden spoon until the cereal is evenly coated. And then you're gonna transfer this mixture into your prepared baking pan. And then I like to wet my hands and press this all down with damp fingers in an even layer. But you don't wanna be too aggressive. Don't press the mixture too hard into the pan, because the harder you press it down, the firmer your treats are going to be, and you don't want them to be super solid. So be gentle so they stay a little bit chewy once they're set. Then just set this aside and allow it to cool to room temperature for about an hour. If your kitchen isn't warm like mine, you might want to stick it in the fridge for the last 5 minutes. How amazing do these look? So I had a really hard time getting them out. And look how easy they pop out with this parchment paper. So use parchment paper, otherwise it's gonna be a struggle. And I like to use a really sharp knife for this. This is a really nice sharp knife. I'm just gonna cut them in half. And then in half again. Now I'm cutting these down into way smaller than she does, because that makes me feel like I'm eating less or more, because I can eat too. Otherwise, you can cut these into 12, 4, 8. Well, I'm cutting mine into, that's 16 plus 16 is 32. I'm cutting mine into 32, but you can cut them however you want. And they're so ooey gooey, delicious, yummy, yummy. Oh. The peanut butter is amazing. I mean, you could add M&Ms, you could add chocolate chips, you could add sprinkles, you could add butterscotch, you could add toffee, you could add white chocolate, you could drizzle chocolate on top, you could dip them in chocolate. I mean, there's so many ways you could make these, of course. Use your imagination. Look up recipes and ideas online, but use this as your base because this is amazing. These are the best the best Rice Krispie treats I've ever had. Hands down. Let me know what you think after you've made these in the comments down below. And if you like this recipe, you're gonna love this one. And I'll see you in my next video. It's lunch with Lisa. So good.